Whoa, that just got rhythmically like super crazy. Hitting me with those triplets.
Okay, so ZICO is the lead and the main rapper for a boy group called Block B that we've reacted to in the past.
So he's most known for hip-hop and upbeat banger type rap songs, but with this comeback, he's spread out to something more light and dreamy. She's a Baby was released in 2017, and the song is produced by both ZICO and a songwriter called Pop Time. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that's some ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very aesthetic.
Whoa, I like how the knock was just like part of the music, bro. Doors are a percussion instrument.
Okay, we always like starting with an 11th chord.
Lo-fi hip hop.
Ooh. Okay, open 5th. Okay, I like it. It goes from very thick chords to just 2 notes. Oh, now they're chords.
I like the soundscape with the guitar, and I like the sound with the the very minimalist sound with the minimalist video. Makes it feel so comfy, so, yeah, intimate.
Some of the transition chords are so staccato I can't even hear them, but they add so much spice.
This is weird. This is all weird. Awesome, the like vocalizations, and this is like he's whispering.
Oh man, those guitar licks are super sick.
Whoa, that just got rhythmically like super crazy. Hitting me with those triplets. Aww.
Nothing like a well-timed giggle. There's like some serious polyrhythm action going on.
Dude,
right
yeah,
there.
that
First, I was like, what?
That break was nuts.
Yeah, especially when he was rapping, like speaking in the beginning, the rhythms that he was doing over was almost like a 5/8.
And then the transition right there.
Yeah, now it's in like 4/4. That was crazy.
Carrot juice! Oh no, it goes whispering. Come on, come on. How can you use your voice like that? That's so un-pop industrial of you. Why are you being creative? It's awesome.
I've already been to like 3 different sound worlds and I'm just very pleased.
This is so cool. This has so much variation. Now he's just straight up rapping. He was like having a vocal conversation with us earlier. Whispers to us, then raps at us. And sings.
I like it. That's the actual first like true rap verse that we get.
His voice takes the #1 role of importance, and I love it. Oh yeah. Everything follows him.
Oh, dude, this guy's got range, man.
I was just about to say, the amount of colors he's represented already.
Ooh, the bass line moves up in an unconventional way. What? What about?
And then it ends with it starts with birds and it ends with birds. Guys, birds are an instrument.
Oh, now I want to listen to it again. You tricky song, you.
That was a really weird interval that they just ended on.
What did they end
It's not conventional at all. So interesting too because like I was like at one point I was just like trying to listen to the like guitar underlying to like try and figure out like the harmonic structure. I like heard a 1 sometimes, then I heard a 5, but like most of the time I was like, what the heck's happening? Dramatic motion.
That's how I feel every day in oral skills class.
Yeah. I guess obviously the guitar in the beginning, really cool to set it up, make it like very intimate. It reminds me of it's almost like Isn't She Lovely almost. If you were to do that like acoustically. I guess that's what I thought first, and then that break, it wasn't quite rapping, but yeah, the 5/4 or something like that. And then he like sets up this really crazy polyrhythm for the rest of like a minute or 2.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I love the vibe in the beginning. I think it's really cool whenever you have a song that can make a lot out of a small amount of instruments, but do it really, really well. And then yeah, when they had the break and he was sort of rapping but also singing, it sounded like 5/8 or 6/8 to me. I would be interested in listening to it again. But some of the rhythms, I had no idea what he was doing, if it was like in 4/4, which I thought was really cool when like they imply a lot of different time signatures, because as a listener, I find that it's kind of like, oh, where's the beat, you know, which makes me interpret it differently than if I knew where the beat was, which makes me interpret it a different way when I listen to it again.
So he like had that intimacy, started it off, and then later he like started rapping. That was another part of it, rapping, and then
he was
the
like
beats
vocalizing the like background.
Yeah, he like added
making instruments with his mouth.
It's pretty freaking fantastic. You know, 3 minutes is very short for a pop song, but that song felt like a minute and a half. There's a part of me, it's like if you play a dominant but not resolve it on a piano, it's like a part of me just wants to hear it resolve. It's like, I want to hear that one more time, and I know that no matter how many times I replay the song, I'm never gonna get it.
I thought it was interesting. The way it set it up, just like looking at the video, you can tell it's very minimalistic. The way the music corresponds with that is you would have one guitar, set everything, or to set the stage. And also I really like Kevin's comment in the beginning about how there's perfect fifths. Actually, Mahler does that in his second symphony, The Resurrection, where open fifths were used. What's interesting with perfect fifths, actually, you can go into a major or minor, and that's the very, I guess, like the unnerving part of just having a open fifth.
Beethoven 9.
But if it's just the unnerving feeling of not knowing where it would go. So I thought it was very interesting because having this minimalistic approach and also the really soft voice that he really goes for. And on top of that, the rhythm too, it was like a really nice waltz near the beginning, and then progressively it becomes a 2/4, and then later it's 4/4. You really don't know what's going on. And then, but the thing is, it's like, it all connects really well because of the way he gets your attention with his voice. And I guess the timbre, I don't know, I think his timbre of his voice is really nice.
I think the cool thing about the song is, it's like the moment you really feel like you've worked it out, the song ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Dude, okay, so the music was just so like chill, and the videos, like all the color palettes were like pretty pastel and like stuff you would post on your Instagram, you know, but like it fit together.
Yeah, it was like the pastel colors, like the very low energy like acting that they were doing. Like there wasn't any like dancing, it was just them walking around.
Yeah, that's true, there was no choreography. The way they like sometimes juxtapose colors, like there would be like a pastel-ish square of like his face or something over like that one shot of the ocean, which was like really dark. And I feel like that's sort of similar to how rap is like juxtaposed with like the more pastel like guitar.
For me, it was more about like the camera angles they were using, because I felt like all the soft stuff kind of like had him kind of like at an angle, like as if like the camera was facing you this way, and I'm just kind of like sitting there and I'm like, you know, getting all soft and stuff, and then like all the like
hardcore rap
was like dead on, like, yeah, I'm about to rap at you.
Everything was just very laid back and very chill, and the music was very minimalist, even through all the different styles that he had going and the different things that he was doing. It stayed very minimalist, and the video was also very minimalist with like that box that was the room. Cool colors, cool aesthetic, giant yarn, cute BB girlfriend. It all worked. It was all soft. Yeah, that was just a very good aesthetic all around.
Hello everyone, I'm Umu and I'm the channel runner of ReacttotheK. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're curious about the videos that we'll be reacting to in the future, I put a link to a doc with our release schedule in the description. Last but not least, if you'd like to support our channel, you can help us out by pledging any amount you would like on our Patreon. On Patreon, you can get access to full unedited pair reaction playlists, reactions to Japanese releases, and much more. And of course, a huge shout out and thank you to our superstar patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Bye.